2023 ASUN Softball Championship in DeLand, Florida. We got the #5 seed North Alabama, the #5 seed, and #8, the gray tops and bottoms. It's been nothing short of spectacular. So has Madison Reynolds, the 5'4 junior. They talk about power and home runs. How about powers to the gaps and the power to get on base to lead off the game?
On birdie shot.
Time all-conference member, and look at those stats right there. And a incredible outing against the kind of off-white helmets for Jacksonville. They see Braytek, Harrigan, Allison Carter is another player who's been hot.
Her heart was probably beating just a little bit faster. You know, you settle in a little bit after that.
A two-hopper over to second, gets it to short, but it pops out of the glove. So no out record. Came in left, Patterson, Bevis in right. And Georgia Land, the main. I think the first game we had a nice deflection thanks to the clouds. Somewhat of an overcast.
Fouling off pitches, staying off the ones out of the zone.
Hard hit to short, double him up at second. And that was maybe a half second away from possibly being has 2 outs and now only 15 pitches. So now all of a sudden doesn't seem all that bad.
You know, Escobar and what a competitor she is.
And Birdyshaw struggling with the command. Her second walk of the inning. Compared to 98 strikeouts, so not only is it uncharacteristic to see, it's almost a way to bolster it down. 0-2. That one lifted into shallow center field. Patterson has to play it off the hop. The play at the plate, not in time, and drawing first blood are the Dolphins.
About getting the right pitch and putting it in play when it counts, and there's just enough on it to push it through the infield into the grass in center field, and Patterson coming up with that throw, but just not.
200 doesn't matter. You get to the postseason, it's about who gets the at-bat. That's a big at-bat to start off this game. That ball launched into center, but a high-arcing ball that will land in the glove of Patterson for the third out. To get the first run in this ball game, Ashley Harwood looking to hammer it down on the defense. Led almost the nation in batting. Was well within the 400. While we look at the lineup, starting with 3 straight lefties, a slew of righties. 1-2. Hit over to short and takes a funky hop, finds its way into center field for a lead-off single. So both first, Kennedy behind the dish, rotor ball at third, and Reynolds at 10 up. She puts the bunt down perfectly down the third base line, but even better played. The play down to first to get the first down. That's obviously not the case. Hard chopper over to second base. Almost misplayed, but a great job to use the bare hand and beating. This will be another lefty-lefty. 12 doubles on the season. Dribbles that one over to second. Having to launch it over to first for out #2. And back to Tennessee. And look at that OPS. Anytime it starts with 1, you're the payoff. Doesn't contest again, so now runners on the corners. That one bounced up a good foot before the chalk. From Hayden, Alabama, the junior, again, an incredible. 3-1. Skied into right field, going back to get it, and grabbing it for out #3 is Allison Carter. The rubber again for North Alabama. It's a 1-0 lead for the Dolphins, and she will lack of the ability to find the zone. A lot of nibbling and.
I'm sure your pitches and your moving pitches are working.
That one ripped into deep center, going back and watching it go. Madison Kennedy leaves the yard.
She gets all of it and takes it at pitch over the outside part of the plate. She stays all the way through it. Center fielder Mackenzie Patterson runs out of room.
For the Dolphins, they've taken advantage of everything that's been given to them. Now with the solo bomb to start off the second. This one airlifted into the edge of the infield, brought in by the second baseman.
You want him to, then you start to be a little more careful. And I think that's why. Now again.
Don't see a ton of. Rung her up. Much needed strikeout for the scene thanks to the solo bomb. Dribbled over to second and put down by Haley Jones for the third out. Returners, the junior shortstop. And That one lifted into shallow right field, and a nice diving grab for the first out of the inning. Neither pitcher was really able to settle in that first inning. You saw
shine, and like you mentioned, even the extra base hits makes a difference.
Getting on base via the walk with one out. Taylor Brown finds, and this is the first year they will be eligible for postseason play, and that's postseason.
And it's a good pitch. Level that bat. Get it squared up. Get it that pitch. Keep the bat.
1-1. That one hit hard and past the glove of the diving second baseman. Runners on first and second, so now
Number 9 hitter, if they can get things turned around, they can get something going.
she puts down a perfectly placed bunt. The play not at first. Bases are juice as we turn the lineup different all of a sudden. Swung on and missed. The biggest punch out of the game. Harwood takes down the leadoff, 9th strikeout of the season. Look at, she's had 162 at-bats.
That would.
Bevis lifts that one through the middle. 1 run scored. The play at the plate.
2 outs. I believe that's why they're sending Tate all the way. You got nothing.
Second run, and we are all knotted up. Harwood. That one's lifted into middle left field right there at the foul line, and she gloves not entertained. 4 runs already put up between the two squads as we are all even. Can it be for a pitcher who has struggled through the first couple of innings as she lifts one into shallow left field, bringing it in his frame.
She can settle in, and right now that was a good comeback right there, being able to get that out.
1-1. Hit hard into left. That ball bounces off the wall. Frame plays it well. The throw to second. Double, maybe providing the spark for the Dolphins.
Double. I think they know that is not her when she's at her best. And so today just might not be her day. She's
championship. 1-2. The floater floated over to third. That was almost an eephus RBI of the game. Has a chance for another one. Hit hard over to first, gloved and put down on the bag for the third out. Harwood ready to get back at it. She'll face Georgia Lamb, the catcher for UNA.
just so solid.
She shoots one over to short. The nice glove and throw for the first out. This year, North Alabama's offense has also been one of the best. That one shot put it into left center field for the 1-out single. Forget the doubles. Pigeon toe with that front left foot.
AJ maybe play travel or club.
That ball scorched through the middle. Back to back on base to the most recent national team for Australia. 2-2. Chopped hard over to third. Stands on the bag. Delivers the double play. Dolphins 5 versus 8 matchup, and the second in this tournament, in this championship, and we'll see which team can do that to the best. That one knocked off the glove of the second baseman. Tatiana Davis finds herself with a leadoff.
I feel like we can see that because when you're confidently hitting your seam.
Had a poised approach. Dribbled over to short. Over to second. The double play is true. Big time. Addison Braytek 0 for 1, and you always talk about momentum. And there's the 4-pitch walk to Braytek. Braytek has stolen 3 bags so far this year. Outstanding plays over there at second, and hits it over to second. Underhand play, side arms it over to first base. For preseason, 5th in the preseason votes for Jacksonville. They were picked a 3-2, spoiled straight back to Harwood. The lefty puts it down at first base for the first out. Harwood's 1-2. Hit hard through the gap toward the right side. And Patterson back on base. She puts the bunt down. Third base plays it off the leather. Back to back. A lot of runners on the base pass for both squads today. Lefty settles in. Looks the 1-0. Shoots it through the middle. No, diving stop and the out at second.
She's able to keep this ball in the infield. Nice diving play. But just that glance.
Made some plays over at second base. You see 4 homers this year. Unanimous all-freshman team selection. She airlifts one into shallow infield, as that will do it for the strike number 1. One of the players
Kind of see that battle on who can win that out.
dribbled back to Escobar, and a nice start for the sophomore. She is 0 for 2, came into the championship batting 2. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3 for the second out. As well, started 48.
One more ball. She can't get the bat to here. Just one batter out.
1 strike away from getting out of the inning, and that ball is engulfed. Out of here. The 4-bagger, and the Dolphins regain the lead.
Love that emotion, that excitement to be able to bring across a run that puts you ahead here in the 5th inning, and that feels
Again, and I think if there's one word I'd use to describe Jacksonville's offense, it is confident.
them chasing anything out of the zone. Except for there.
5 versus number 8 to go play number 4 FGCU. And the thanks to the Braytech homer, Allison Braytech homer, in the top of the 5th.
To get that momentum going forward and to peak at the end of the season.
That ball knobbed off the end of the bat and the edge of the glove. Benton lifts it into center, plays it off the hop. The play almost at second, but nothing there. Corner infield playing in, and she lifts that one into center, going back to the warning track. Runners will tag, at least from second. So at least doing her job. Here with 1 out. The pitch to her, hard hit past the shortstop. We're tied yet again. To even it up at 3 apiece.
And that's a good response. Each hitter's coming up and doing their job, one hitter at a time. Clutch hitting by Brown. You need those timely hits. You need that type of...
3 all of a sudden. Runners on first and second. The payoff. Cut on. Shot over to second. Out at second. Out at first. The double play. Carter, 1 for 2 today. First RBI of the ball game, which feels
a little more relaxed with nothing to lose.
Full count. That one swallowed up to right field, bouncing off of the wall. That will be a leadoff.
Keep pitching the ball. You got this.
Tatiana Davis, 1 for 2. Almost everybody getting in on the fun tonight.
For North Alabama get pulled.
Davis puts down the bunt. Third baseman comes in and gets the out at first. Nice play.
Something to be said for chasing out the starter, right? The senior starter in Birdie Shaw. There's
the 1-1. And she shows bunt. The runner going home. She scores. Got caught.
I'll tell you right now what the mistake here was. Catcher Georgia Land. She's a... Wow, and down the line, and that's what made that such a close play, and they weren't able to finish it.
Kennedy smacks one to left field. A hard hit single. One, two, the punch out. Bottom corner, finds it. Chadwick from Tampa, Florida. You see 208 batting average. Throw down the second. Got her. Georgia Land's arm been flawless today. Harwood's 1-1. High dribbler over to second. Nice glove. The almost double clutch type throw gets her 4 out, and her batting average nearing the 400 again. 2-0. Slap the opposite direction. It finds green grass. for the one-out single. Her third base knock of the year on first. Can they even things up? Bevis smokes it over to second. The double play is there. Another double play for Leguizamon. Delivers one through the middle. Maybe looking for some insurance.
Yeah, she really has been solid defensively for them. And so when you're playing that out, if they can try to tack on a couple more runs.
Throw down to second, the stolen base, wiped away. Georgia Land with her. Away goes the leadoff runner, and Reynolds puts down a bunt. Escobar having to field it. That gets into foul territory. Gets her at second. Runner caught stealing. Seemed to be an infield single. Full count. Pot shot right around the circle, brought in for the third out. So 3 outs for the rest of the season for UNA. 2-1. Hard hit to center field. The diving grab. It escapes her glove for the leadoff single. Tunnel if you're UNA. There's a glimmer of hope. And again, through the middle of the lineup. The biggest spot of the season for her. 2-1. Chop through the middle. Gloved at second to throw to first. A double play. Big time play of the season. Who will go on to face FGCU tomorrow? 1-2. Swung on, hit hard to left, going back. That one's off the wall. And going to second, the 2-out double. Don't count the Lions out just yet.
That ball was elevated outside, but she turns on this. And man, a few more inches, and it's a
close call there. The pitch, swung on, shot to left. That ball falls. Runner coming around to score. We're tied. Throw down for the Lions. We'll see you. It's 4-all.
Escobar, the sophomore, just showing really a lot of poise, especially after.
Hit. Walk to start off the ball game, and that is lifted high and staying in play. Now it's another hot bat for Jacksonville. Allison Carter, she sputters that one into shallow center field. Had to call it off is Patterson. 1-2 every team today. Give it their best shot. No matter the result.
Use the corners and keep it low.
4-pitch walk. Have to believe she will be pinch ran for. Battle after battle. It's been that kind of night. Started off that way. 2-2. Shot over to first, mishandled in a collision. Oh boy. Might have got the worst of that exchange. Both went down pretty much face first.
Comes towards the back of the bag, and she wants to receive it, but she just wasn't able.
These are thin margins on the edge. It's 2-0.
When Felicity
puts down the bunt. Pitcher fields over to first. She's safe. Bases are juiced.
That situation. And the thing about Felicity Frame, that's her.
1 for 4. First pitch lifted. Is that enough? The play at the plate. Dribbler. They got her. Double play.
Senior season's ending and staying alive.
Tatiana Davis, leadoff single. The first pitch she sees. Has found herself on the base paths to here in DeLand. Hot shot to third, the double play. No way. 3, 4, 5 for UNA. 4 homers for Jones from Allison Braytek. Took that run away. That ball is lifted, going back into a few steps in front of the warning track in center to track it down. Has really made her mark on the base pass and not running.
Out of it.
That ball hammered into shallow right. Lofts in the air and falls in for out number 2.
2-3 inning just yet. We did only have 3 hitters come to the plate.
Hey,
4-pitch walk.
Tommy, don't try to
These are the games, Jordan, that you really are glad you
Strike away.
Don't swing the bat.
The pitch. Hard hit. Got a beat on it. Bringing it in. And we will see you in.
told us that there would be 25 hits, and both
4-pitch walk. Ideal start for the 9.
this game. Really liked what Escobar's done.
Reynolds yanks one. That's drifting into foul territory. Glove for the Rudolphs, due for a hit.
Yeah, these are the moments, again, we talk.
3-1. There's the walk. Had the open base. That does set up the double play and take the lead back for the 8th seed. Ripped left field, going back, warning track power. The play at third, and Braytek had a beat on that. Unthinkable.
I just think we've seen a little bit of everything.
3 pitches for Shelby Harp. Lofted, foul territory, drifting toward the dugout and making the grab.
Back leg.
Tate's 2-0, shooting it through the gap the opposite direction. So they get a runner on regardless, now with 1 only count. Once again, looks for the 3-1. Gets away. Runner now in scoring position. And of course that brings up.
Just hit it and
Look at that force.
I wouldn't want that one out.
3-0. 4-pitch walk to Frank. Now keep this in mind. It will be another lefty-lefty matchup.
Still alive.
1-2. Hit hard. It's down. They walk it off. The Lions season continues. And they will see FGCU tomorrow. North Alabama refused to quit. Jacksonville refused to quit. They break the ASUN off wins in the day 1 play-in games. What an incredible day.
Yeah.